Hi, I'm Nomi Bachar, creator of Gates of Power method. You know, from the very, very beginning of time, we human beings longed to understand the nature of existence. We ponder the secrets of the universe, and we continuously ask the grand questions of life and death. And this very passionate investigation is inspiring us to move forward, to grow, to discover, to evolve. I chose 4 grand questions to help my clients and my readers understand their life, understand themselves, and maximize their being here. And here are the questions. The first question is, who am I? Who am I behind the masks, the insecurities, the limiting and constricting patterns? What is the true essence of me? The second question is, why am I here? What is the purpose of my life? What is the meaning of my life? The third question is, what is in my way? What is confining me, restricting me? What is preventing me from being all that I can be and living the life that I was meant to live? And the last question is, how do I get there? What is the path? What are the disciplines that can help me move through the restrictions and beyond them, through the challenges and beyond them, and come to be all that I can be and live the most fulfilled and expanded life? I presented these questions to some people, and here are their answers, and I hope you enjoy it. And while they're answering, you get to think a little bit about you and your life. Are you ready for those 4 grand questions?
I am.
All right, brave man. The first question is, who are you? You know, beyond the masks and the patterns and the insecurities.
I think I'm a person like anyone else who likes to communicate and socialize and make connections with other people. And I think what makes me me is I like to make them laugh. I like to tell jokes and be humorous and sort of have a positive spin and take on everything.
Oh, great. So you're humor, like in your essence.
Yeah, I'd say so.
There's a lot of humor there.
Yes.
Great. Hey, Leah.
Hi,
how
Nomi.
are you?
I'm well.
My God, are you ready for those 4 grand questions?
I am definitely ready.
You're so ready. Oh, gosh. All right. So who are you behind the masks and the patterns and the insecurities? What is there?
Well, I think that I've come to see myself in all people and all beings, and I think that that's the goal. Is to see myself connected to everything. So I'm not an individual being, but I'm a part of the collective consciousness.
All right, so you're everything and everybody.
I am everything.
I love that. Who are you? You know, underneath the mask. And
like the essence and all that.
Your essence.
The bare self.
The bare self.
I would say I am joyous, joy. I think there's a lot of lightness, love and loving. I think that's sort of the basis of everything is, and the state that we all want to get to is that loving state. So yeah, those 3 things: joy, light, and love.
So the first one is, who are you behind all the layers? What's your essence?
My essence?
Who are you? Yes.
I'm just like a decent guy here on the planet. You know, just trying to not trying, but I'm, getting by and doing well. And but I'm just like a decent, normal human being. That's who I am.
Hey Bob,
Hey
how
Nomi,
are you?
how are you? Great, I'm doing fine.
Are you ready for these grand questions?
I think I am.
Okay, so the first one.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Who am I? Really?
Really?
I think I'm just a person who wants to be creative and stay productive in life, do some great things. Simple as that.
Okay.
Hi, Claudia. The first question is, who are you? Really, really deep inside.
Yeah, permanently in progress or in process of finding out who I am, and it depends on the situation and on the feeling, how everything is going, and it's never stable. Like being someone or.
So you are a continuous process.
Yeah. Yeah, or I mean I think being is like being in a continuous process, and in that process you are permanently trying to figure out who you are over a longer period of time, which should be the life, I guess.
Yes.
And sometimes it's the part of the process you are in is rather a stable moment, and then it's probably easy to say who you are. But you can also be in the part of the process where it's more fragile, and you would not know what you would answer if someone would ask you the question.
Yes. So it's very liquid.
Yeah. Yeah, like a liquid, like
Yes.
the liquid state of,
Yes, the
of
liquids.
elements.
Right, exactly. So the first question is, who are you? Who do you feel you are behind some of the things that you know you're not?
It's a very difficult question to answer. I'm a daughter. I'm a wife. And what I try to be is what I know more what I want to be than necessarily what I am, and that's I want to be a good person. And I want to be kind to other people.
Now, why are you here? What is your purpose?
I guess I would have to say, like a lot of people, I would like to have, children, have a romantic relationship, to sort of like, maybe fulfill my biological purpose. But even beyond that, I want to achieve a certain type of greatness in the arts and entertainment world, maybe being a performer or a writer, or just somehow contributing to what I'm passionate about, which is entertainment and comedy.
And why are you here? That's the second question.
I think that I'm here to allow the divine purpose to unfold and to then recognize my purpose and how I can help serve.
Uh-huh. So you're in the awaiting of this.
Yes, it's a constant search.
It's a constant search.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And the second question, what is your purpose being here?
I think my purpose is to be happy, to contribute in some way that I can, once I've found that happiness and found the happiness in me, and to connect with myself and others.
And why are you here? What is the purpose of your life?
What am I doing here? That's
Yes.
Well, I'm here to. I think I'm here to really just appreciate everything, and really not take care of it, but just appreciate how it's already that everything is in place the way it should be, and there's no need to destroy anymore. And I think just start, to appreciate everything. and yeah, just yeah.
Sounds like to be open and appreciate everything.
To appreciate, yeah.
Okay.
And everything's been done already, so I just need to like appreciate everything.
Oh, so you answered, why are you here?
Why am I here? Yeah, I like I'm a musician and performer, so, I think I'm looking forward to doing some fun things. I'm in the school system, so I want to stay there. I like inspiring children and making good music.
Making good music,
Yeah.
inspiring kids.
Try.
Art.
Making art.
Okay.
So the second question is, why are you here? What is the purpose?
To go through that process.
Oh, how
I
great.
guess. I mean, to work yourself through it and
Yes.
just to find out.
Yes, to
And-
find out.
Yeah. And I mean, nobody can tell what you'll find out in the end.
Right. Right. Now, the second question is, what's the meaning, what's the purpose of your life?
Well, I think going along that same vein, it's to bring other people happiness and comfort and just to be kind to people, and yeah, I think that's
That's a great purpose. Love. To be loving.
yes.
So, William, what do you think is in your way of becoming everything that you are really meant to be and fulfilling your purpose?
I mean, I think it sort of goes back to that phrase, no man in his island. So it can be hard to trap yourself in your own head about a lot of things. And you personally, I think I create a lot of self-doubt that's based on rational or irrational fears. Sometimes the past can come to play. You think if you failed at something before, you really doubt yourself and don't have the greatest self-esteem maybe. And just the improbability you can't predict the future about certain things. And I think that a lot of the times the human mind is predisposed towards being protective of itself or defensive, and it creates a certain type of cynicism about yourself. So I think a lot of it is an internal struggle about being motivated to believe yourself despite the other voices in your head that are saying otherwise.
Now, what is in your way, you think, of becoming everything that you are and fulfilling your purpose?
Well, I think the only thing in my way is myself. So the only limit is the one that I set for myself. And once I realize what patterns and masks, as you were saying, get in my way, then I can use the techniques that I've learned to help illuminate my true self.
What's in your way of being that and doing that?
I would say that big juicy word that we discussed before, fear. I think fear sort of is the basis of everything. Fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, fear of not being perfect, all of that. Just, me getting in the way of me. Me and my fears getting in the way of me.
Yeah, your fears getting in the way.
Yeah.
And what's in your way of being free to just be here and appreciate and be the human being that you are?
I think what's in my way is, my own, myself. I mean, I'm in the way. That's really what's in the way. My own fears and my own self conversations about it, how bad things are going to turn out, and nothing ever turns out that way. And then what I do is I'll go on Facebook or watch some kind of media or eat something, and just so I don't have to deal with that loss of life or whatever that is. Yeah.
So you are in your own way.
I'm in my own way. There's nothing stopping me from just myself.
The fears and then the patterns that come out of that.
Yeah. And the fears are just illusions. They're not even real. That's you know, they're not.
That's the joke of it.
That's the joke.
The joke of it all.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in my own fear, and I'm afraid of something that hasn't even happened yet. That's not gonna happen. Will never happen, and I'm just making everything up.
What do you think is in your way of you being the best of yourself and fulfilling your purpose in the best way?
I have an issue with procrastination a little bit, and you know, maybe some self-doubt sometimes, but you know, otherwise, you know, I try to keep myself inspired day by day.
So Claudia, what is in your way of being a little more free and open and flowing with your process?
I guess if something is in the way, then it's most of the time myself. And even if there are also other people involved, I have to break it down on myself.
And what do you think, that's the third question, what do you think is in your way of being the kindness that you think you are and fulfilling the purpose? What's standing in the way?
Immediately I want to say myself. I don't know exactly what parts of myself, but I know I am standing in my own way. It's nothing else that is blocking me.
Right. So give me some sense of what parts of you possibly standing in your way.
The parts that are prone to being overtaken by stressful situations. And my everything about me gets overtaken, my body, my mind, my spirit, and I feel like that then affects how I treat other people. I still try not to take that out on other people, but I think that how I am able to handle stress or not handle stress, I think is probably my biggest barrier.
How do you get there? How do you clear or go beyond the obstacles and come to be who you are and fulfill your purpose? You're starting answering that.
Yeah, so to pick back up there, I think one of the antidotes is to human beings have habits and cycles and ways of doing things that they're very used to, and it can be hard to break or change those cycles. So I think what anyone has to do is they have to have a goal or a plan in mind, and really just go for it habitually all the time and just put countless hours into these new formulas and ways of life to try and achieve the things that you want to. So I think it's a lot of peer review, asking people for advice, and then just sticking with it and being disciplined about what it is you want to achieve.
Because the fourth question is, what would help you move through those illusions or obstacles and get there? So you're saying the first thing is the awareness of what is not you that you've put in the way.
Right.
And what else can help you?
Well, some of the things I think have been most beneficial are meditation, which is an ongoing practice for me, is to learn to sit with myself, and that helps me to reconnect with my true self and restore myself in silence. So I think that silence is a big theme for me, and I think it's the things that make me happy, the things that connect me to my expanded consciousness. Yoga is a big thing, movement for me, nature, being outside, and exploring, having new experiences.
The fourth question is, what
do you need, how do you get there to a place that's free of fear, where you can really be who you are and fulfill your purpose?
Well, it's sort of a continuing process, obviously, of letting go, dealing with those fears, really facing them, having that sort of practice of connection to myself, reaching out to others for help with that. And just persistence and commitment to that, to letting go and getting to, letting go of the things that stop me.
Letting go of everything that is not really you.
Yeah. Getting to, letting go of anything that's not truly the essence that is me.
Right. What can help you? How do you help yourself go through whatever is in your way so that you can get to a place where you're free to fully be the human that you are and appreciate the beautiful world that you're in? What helps you?
One of the things that helps me a lot is just sitting still and being with myself. And the more I do that, the more I'm able to see that I'm just a decent guy, and to me, stillness is a way to get in touch with the world and not escape it. If I can just be still with silence and peace, and I think that's, if I look at animals, they're always peaceful and silent, and they can sit with themselves in peace, and they don't. I think that's what I'm trying to get to. And then I have other ways, I'm a performer, so if I get out of my head and I go out and perform, that always gets me out in the world. So, doing stuff that I love, that helps.
I love that. Doing what you love and being still.
Being still, yeah.
So that you can get to just be able to be.
Yeah.
To be.
Yeah, and what else is there? That's really all I'm looking for, is just to be, And if I can be without any kind of distractions, that's really wonderful. I don't put labels on it, but I think that's what I'm looking for.
So what do you think is the way for you to move through the procrastination or doubt? Move, through it, beyond it, release yourself or free yourself?
I don't know, trying to visualize, where I'm going to be in a couple years from now, and just trying to keep focused. Sometimes it's easy to lose track of things, so try to stay focused and make it through, even when I am procrastinating. I love that, but
So you mean keeping focused?
Keeping focused, yeah.
Keeping your vision alive.
Yeah.
And just walking the walk.
Walking. Not too much daydreaming, yeah. I do a lot of daydreaming too, so I gotta remember that. You gotta dream, but you can't daydream.
Okay, you gotta dream, but not daydream.
Not daydream.
Okay. So focus.
Yeah, focus.
And commitment, and just step by step.
Yeah. I'm a work in progress, I admit to that, and hope to keep things formative as much as I can. Wish me luck.
And what helps you in getting there?
Basically it's just to, if there are obstacles, it just helps to remind myself on what makes me feel good. Because often when you have these situations where you are when things are not running smoothly and everything, you start to forget to do the things that make you feel good, and this gets you out of balance. So and then it's just eat slow, probably, when you start stuffing things inside, or
So remembering, focusing back on what makes you happy.
Exactly.
What inspires you? What means to you? What you're passionate about?
It can be books or just
Anything.
going for a walk.
Yes.
Or just sitting and looking out of the window.
Yes. In a way, coming back to something that feels like your truth.
Yeah, yeah, and breathing.
And breathing.
Breathing is the
and
most,
breathing.
most important thing.
Okay, and breathing. And what do you feel can help you walk through the stress reaction, possibly diminish it, and help you come to your truth?
Well, I think for me, it's figuring out how to make time to do the things that make me happy. So how to make more time for myself, and that then enables me to make time for other people. So for me, it's gardening, it's crafts, making things that centers me and brings me a great amount of joy. And so when I make more time to do things like that for myself, I think it's much easier to deal with the rest of the world.
So what you're saying is like really connecting with things that deeply matter to you and give you joy.
Exactly.
That replenishes you, that frees you, nurtures you.
Yes, all of those things, and making more time for the people who I do love, who bring me as much happiness as I hope I bring them.
I hope you enjoyed the questions and the answers, and you got to ponder them a little bit for yourself. I created Gates of Power method for this very reason, to assist people in realizing who they truly are, reaching their potential, and creating a life of fulfillment and meaning. And I would like to invite you to come and participate with us. Enjoy and receive the inspiration, the guidance, and the tools that Gates of Power offers you, and the Gates of Power book. So I hope to see you soon.